Man, I don't care if you're sorry. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, man? What the hell are you going to do? So what if your verbal defense doesn't work? Now what do you do? Okay, in this video, we're talking about you're in a confrontation. Somebody's got a problem with you for some reason or whatever, or somebody's, gets in your face while you're out and you're trying to dissuade the person. You're being calm. You're trying to apologize, just diffuse the situation and get out of there. And they don't want to hear it. And they start getting in your face. You need to start preparing for action. So to do that, the very first step is you've got to know where your range is, all right? There's different ranges. You've got your kicking range, whereas I know that I can strike him, kick him to the groin from here, all right? This is the outer range. I do not want him any closer than this because I know if I can strike him or kick him from there, he can kick me. This is the very outer range that I want him. I want him no closer than here. Once he gets to that range, my alert goes up, my hands go up, and I could be talking like this, but as soon as he gets to this range, I'm taking one step back, and with my strong side back, whether it's your right or your left, that's normally the side that you put behind you because it's your power hand, and your hands go up. And you're like, look, man, I don't want to fight. If they keep moving, it depends. If you've got a wall to you, if you got a wall to your back and you can't back up and they keep coming closer, your alert just tripled. If you're able to leave or you can keep your distance by backing up, you keep your distance. If he moves forward, you take a step back and you keep talking, but you're ready. You're prepared for that sucker punch coming. You're also watching peripherally. You're keeping an eye on the one that's talking, but a lot of times it's the one that's over here on your side that's going to sucker punch you. So you keep an eye on that person and you watch, but you're also watching peripherally and glancing side to side so that you're aware of what's going on. But from here, if this person gets into here, now you're in even greater danger because they can punch you from here. I can also strike them from here. Once you're in this situation, this is going to be your call because your circumstances are going to determine how you respond. You can only talk so much. If you're able to leave, you just try to leave and walk away. Always aware of your back. Do not turn your back on the person. If you do, make sure you've got a table, something in between you so that they can't just rush you from behind. But you are going to try to exit. If you cannot exit and you got a back to your wall, this person's getting closer and closer, you're gonna have to kind of decide based on the circumstances. You don't want to start a fight, but you might have to strike first to end one from making the situation worse or get to a worse level. So once they start coming into this range, now we're at a really big problem, all right? From here, you are going to, keep talking because if he gets closer and he's into this range and you've tried everything, trying talking him out of it and everything else, and he still keeps coming, he's intent on doing something. Now, you can tell him if that punch starts coming, and most of the time people throw a hooking round sucker punch kind of punch. That's the most common one you see. Your hands are up. If they go to throw a punch, you can flinch. Either way, even if you flinched and just get your hands up to block that punch, you're here, this is still open. Here, the nose, all right, the jaw, the eyes, all right? You want to do something to get out of there. Again, you don't want to cause this person maximum damage if you don't have to. Your goal is to get out safely. If this person is here and I can sit there and push him off by hitting this hollow point in the throat and just pushing him back, making him gag, just saying, hey man, get away from me, back off, it might be enough. It might tick him off and make him more angry. You don't know. All right. Again, if you have to strike the person, you want to do something that's going to have an instant effect and allow you to get out. The nose. From here, a quick hammer fist to the nose. Right on the bridge. Watering eyes, pain, enough time for you to beat feet out of there. Same thing with a jab to the eyes. I'm not talking about gouging his eyes out and driving him through the back of his head. Not at this stage. I'm just talking about flicking him in the eye, causing him to put his hands up, eyes water, can't see. If he can't see you, he can't hit you or chase you. A quick, very fast, very quick. From here, whether it's forward, backward, okay, a quick flick to the eyes, enough to distract him, shove him back, and take off. All right? But at this stage, this is where you prep. From here, you're prepping. You know your range. Get familiar with it. Even if you might, whether you have a person to work with or whether you're just working with a wall, put your foot out, put it on the wall, and then take your foot down and get used to this distance. Look at it, burn it into your head, and get used to it. All right? If somebody's taller, you might have to extend it because they got longer legs. All right? If they're shorter, then you don't have anything to worry about because you know you're at the right distance. But know your distance, know your range. Then you got your foot out, you know that this is your outer limit. I don't want anybody getting closer than that. 360, you got a circle. This is your zone. You don't want anybody inside that zone. From here, move forward to striking distance. Get used to it. See it. Feel it. Feel how close you are and be able to gauge this with other people. Once you don't need to know this to know they're too close. Once you're in here, you're talking about being grabbed. You're talking about headbutting, elbows. This is a danger zone. All right. If I'm beyond my kicking distance, I know I can't touch him, but he also can't touch me. I'm in no immediate threat. All right. I might still be here. I might even be here with my hands a little lower, but free and ready. But I'm not worried about getting struck because he's out of range. All right. Yes, he might rush me, but that's a different situation. But when you're verbal defense, as long as they're out of range, keep verbally. Keep trying to apologize and just get out of there. Once they start getting closer and they're at your kicking range, you're prepping for action. And this is where you're at. You're aware of everything. Your alert goes up and you're ready. You're on guard, you're ready to strike, you're ready to react. The closer they get, you're gonna have to act. And like I said, you wanna go in levels based on the situation. If this person is intent on doing severe bodily harm or has a weapon and you cannot escape, if they have a weapon, you're doing whatever you have to incapacitate him and stop that attack. If that means poking him in the eyes or gouging his eyes or punching him in the throat to incapacitate them, that's what it takes. Your job is to get home to your loved ones and get them safe. If they're with you, it's to protect them, to make sure you all get home safe. This guy, you don't want to do him any unnecessary damage, but they are the ones that put themselves and you into this situation. So again, to wrap this lesson up, verbal defense. If that doesn't work, know your distance. You've got to know your distance. You've got to know where your zone is, and you don't want anybody inside that. Once they get into that, then you're prepping for action. You're stepping back, you're ready for anything that comes, and you're ready to react. You also have to know what's going on around you. I got to know if I can get out or if my back's to the wall. I have to know if I have one more step. If he keeps coming, I'm forced to do something because I can't go back any further. All right. I might be able to strike him and get past him and go out the other way. It's an option. Those are the things you got to kind of work on. But first, be prepared. Get ready for action. Know your distance. Again, if you find this video helpful, share it, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. On behalf of Bob here and myself, stay tuned for the next episode, and God bless.